What's going on?
What's up?
Man, happy
What it do?
Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. We got a hell of a show tonight.
Hey man. Hey man.
Y'all ready for all this smoke?
Hey, they say if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. So I always stay ready.
Hey, listen, first I just want to let y'all know that I am live on IG on my personal page over here. So if y'all are watching on Instagram and y'all want to join the conversation, come on over to our YouTube channel. Check us out, the Breaking Barriers Podcast. The link is in the bio, in my bio. So you just click on there, come in and get these comments because we about to show out tonight. The title of the show is Why Can't Women with Their Together Ever Keep a Man? So we want to hear from the women, the men. We got some guest co-hosts tonight coming on, and we about to be about their life tonight, y'all. We about to see what they do. But so how was y'all week? Y'all have anything exciting going on?
Busy.
You
Extra
always
busy.
busy.
Hey man.
You always busy.
Listen, man. Listen. No sleep. Busy. Hey. All that.
The no sleep part, I got you. I was up for about 27 hours straight. Yeah,
Can you come
I'm so sleepy.
Can you sprinkle some little sleeping dust on my son's eyes so he'll sleep all night?
I told you what to do to that baby. Y'all want to give him no melatonin, so I don't know. I'm fresh out of ideas. I don't know. No, yeah, you know, I had the movie. We shot the movie this weekend, and boy, what a time! What a time! I will after the show. I'll give y'all some details, not details, but my experience because I can't really talk about it. But yeah. But for those of you who have not ever tuned into the Breaking Barriers podcast, I will introduce myself. I will introduce my co-host. They'll introduce me, and we're gonna start with these trending topics. But I will start with my friend, my brother, my old airman, and our wingman, the author, the legend, the father, the man, Mr. Adrian Taylor, aka
No Sleep Jones. Hey man.
aka
Mr. GC.
Hey. And then we have my girl, Miss Drina. We gonna pray to God that her internet don't go out tonight. AKA.
I've been doing good. My internet. Let me not speak too soon, but the past couple weeks.
We gonna keep on praying for that.
Yes.
AKA.
Dream a dream.
Hey,
Happy to be here.
Dream a dream. Let's go.
And we have our lovely host, Miss, and the Oscar goes to AKA.
Just call me Bethany. Hey.
AKA
The core queen. Y'all know what it is. Hey Carl, how you doing, Carl? Welcome to the show.
Hey Carl.
All right, well, you know, we always like to start off with the NFL recap. That was week 13 that just passed, and yes, my team, the Philadelphia Eagles, are still number one in the NFL. Yes, we are 11-1. So, yes, indeed. Did y'all watch any of the games last week?
I watched the Eagles game. I was in the airport actually watching the Eagles game. It was, well, I guess depending on who you was going for, it was a good let me say that before I say it was a good game, because even the Eagles put a beat down on them. But
Right.
yeah, I mean, hey man, that boy Jalen out here.
Yeah, he's showing out.
Hey man,
I
know
didn't
they
get to
don't
see the
want
game.
they want to put him in that top 2 MVP talk, but
I mean,
hey man, if he ain't in your MVP race, it's a problem.
Right.
He balling.
Absolutely.
He balling out here.
Yeah.
So
He
I saw the Saints last night.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Adrian, we just ready for Mardi. We're just ready for Mardi Gras at this point.
Yo, winning the whole entire game and
Yeah,
let him come on in there and win that thing.
they pulled the Falcons out there.
Man, look, the
Terrible.
Falcons always figure out a way to lose, don't they?
Every chance they get, every
chance
chance
get.
they get. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Oh man.
Let's see. But yeah, we it's December, so we're getting close to narrowing down who gonna be in these playoffs. So it's gonna be interesting because a lot of these conferences are weak. These divisions are weak.
That one particularly, because
Yeah.
you're trying to figure out who gonna rise out of there. Because Saints don't want it, Falcons don't want it. I mean, Tampa trying, but then they all lose to the Panthers. So I'm like, what?
Right. Crazy.
Oh boy,
It's gonna be
that's
interesting. I'm just so excited about the Eagles and the Cowboys because I'm so sick of the Cowboys fans. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. I'm excited.
You got one in your house, did he?
You should have seen him texting me. Screenshot to the score while I'm on set. I'm like, you don't leave me alone, little boy. He's such a hater, I tell you. But we're gonna get into our next trending topic because this one has been the talk of the week. I've seen a lot of mixed reviews about it, a lot of mixed conversations about it. We're gonna definitely jump into Coach Prime as Colorado's new head football coach and making $5 million a year. What do y'all think about it?
I am surprised that people are so upset about this. I mean, was that something that I'm missing out on that I didn't read about? He came and he did his job, right?
It ain't nothing, Drina. I don't give a damn if he didn't do his job. Who the hell is not leaving for going from almost $300,000 a year to $5 million a year?
And I guess my thing is the way I feel about maybe it's just because I'm from Mississippi, but I feel like Jackson State and him were like the perfect combination because I felt like Jackson State, like the culture of it, matched his culture. And I think that he did nothing but enhance and like bring more attention. I think that when people think about HBCUs, Jackson State is like in the top 10 that they think about. So I think that he did an awesome job coming there and putting it, like he gave it a bigger platform. I don't know why people are so mad because I know people who will leave to go to a different job for 50 cents more. I don't understand why people are so mad.
It ain't poured into nobody at their job. Shut up.
So I'm gonna take the different approach because I mean I'll speak for the people that are upset about it, right? Because like you said, we sitting here like, okay, but and that's why I was sending y'all some of the stuff that I was reading. You know, some people feel like the fact that he was talking all that stuff, you know, when other people were leaving the HBCUs, you know, he was talking about them, and then for him to turn around and do it himself. And then another conversation we had, like, first off, you know, like, well, you know, nobody would give Dion a chance, and then the HBCU gave him a chance, and now he ready to hightail out of it, right? Then another one was he didn't do it for him. Like people make it seem like he was pouring into Jackson State for himself. They're like, no, he was doing it for his sons. He got two sons that go to school that he been coaching their whole life, and he been, you know, at the schools that they were, you know, through school. Now he coaching them in college, and he just making the path for his sons to be better. So let's not call him a saint when it's really about his kids.
To hear the problem because white people do this shit all the time.
All I did was present.
No, I'm talking about the people who said this.
What they, you know.
This is the problem with black people, and they piss me off because in one breath they want to talk about generational wealth. Well, what better way than to make $5 million a year than to build generational wealth? Then they want to talk about white people always holding them back, but they helping their family. Ain't that what you're supposed to do? I just don't. I'm just tired of fake outrage. I can't deal with it. Social media is not a real place, people.
And to add to that, I also it's so crazy to me. And again, being in Mississippi right now with everything that's going on, I know we've been talking about it for months now, but I feel like people are more upset with him for doing his job and leaving, then they are upset with Brett Favre for stealing from poor people in Mississippi.
They are, because they don't care about that, because black people are fake outrage. But I'm trying to figure out how he's being so selfish, yet he gave up most of his salary to Jackson State.
You know, they were saying he was doing that to set the legacy for his kids, you know, giving them a platform to play on.
Ain't that what white people do with these predominantly white schools all the time?
Hey,
the damn hall is named after their great granddaddy.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. He about to do this. He about to do the same thing with Colorado. So I see the comment of what she's saying. I mean, because I'm like, yep. And the people at Colorado, half of them ain't gonna be good enough to be on the team either. So guess what they finna do? They already like at the transport portal trying to, you know, find another team to go play with. He went to a team that was 1-11. He is fin to change the entire landscape. I'm gonna tell you right now. The only people he's looking at is them big offensive linemen, because that's all he care about.
If your child lost a scholarship because they were not good enough to play, then maybe your child wasn't good enough to play.
Oh yeah. Or they at the wrong school. Well, yeah, you know, I guess what she's saying is, and I guess what is she trying to say? What that, you know, typically those kids would have been good enough for the HBCU ranks, but bringing Dion, now bringing a whole nother talent pool, they had to, you know, go somewhere else and play. I guess, and to see him leave. That's what it sounds like she's saying. And now them kids is out in the cold, right?
But and you know, every week we start off with football. Y'all know I really am on the outside looking in. I'm not into it. But from what I gather, people moving on is something that happens all the time in sports.
Oh yeah.
Like,
all the time.
Coaches leave, players leave, like people transfer all the time. So I just think people want something to be upset about.
I can't even imagine.
The
delusion of people is just crazy to me.
The only thing I wish would have happened, I wish it would have happened after. I wish the news would have broke after the game, because I feel like it took away from that. Like going into it, I wish maybe he had a conversation with them, but I just wish it would have came out after the end of the game. But yeah, I don't feel no way about him. And whenever people hear me say that, they seem to have a problem with it, and I'm like, I don't know why, because Deion Sanders ain't paying none of our bills.
And the people just look at things from they project
you got to do what's best for you.
Yeah, they project a lot too, because number one, half the people talking never even went to an HBCU. Don't own no gear from an HBCU. Ain't donated no dollars to no HBCU. They just outraged because the media is telling them to be outraged. Ain't thought about HBCU until Deion Sanders came along. So he did his job. He came, got them 2 championships. Jackson State wasn't on the map for nobody. He got people to donate large amounts of money to HBCUs across the nation. Like the stuff that he's done, people haven't even come close to doing. And then the knowledge that he's poured into these kids, they're gonna take with them for a lifetime. And let's not forget that there are Black children at Colorado State as well that are gonna get some knowledge from Deion Sanders.
Yeah.
So I'm just sick of Black people with their fake ass. Oh my God, I can't. They're so mortified. Shut up. If Jackson State had the support that predominantly white schools have from you so-called outraged people, they would have had enough money to pay them. So all you alumni that's out there upset, how about y'all donate like the predominantly white school alumni donate to HBCUs, and then maybe we can start matching these salaries. Since y'all so upset.
I wish him the best at Colorado. He definitely inherited a trash team. So hopefully they give him the opportunity and the chance to, you know, get in, bring his players in, and change the, you know, landscape of the team. Because I mean, one thing we do know, this is a power conference. So it might not be as easy, you know, where it was just 1 year and then he was winning the championship.
And close the door.
So it's gonna be a little tougher because you're gonna have to start swaying these kids from going to USC, right? From TCU, you know what I'm saying? These bigger schools.
Right.
So I wish him the luck. I mean, best of luck, man. I hope it works out. He said I'm coming. I got some dogs coming with me.
Period.
Hey,
You can't be salvaged.
You might as well jump in that transport portal because you ain't gonna be here. I mean, and now let's talk about. I mean, do we got to move on? Can we talk about that? All right, let's talk about that speech. Now, that was the realest speech you can give someone, right? Because it's like typically a coach comes in and he tells you all the nice and pretty things that you want to hear, hype you up. Like, look, if you ain't cutting it, you out of here. Don't jump in the transport portal. You're not gonna be here.
That's what needs to happen. These kids are so entitled and think they just supposed to play. These are the kind of coaches we used to from back in the day. Like, no, you gotta come with it. Hey,
I ain't giving you no hands out. You better come with it, or you ain't gonna be seeing no field. I'm bringing some dogs with me.
Get them, Coach Brian.
I'm coming. We coming. I got some dogs. You don't think you can make it? Jump on in there. Get in that transport portal.
You about to see what happened. Oh, and then I don't know if you saw the interview he did. I think it was right after the championship game, where he was talking about how they stole all his stuff out the office.
Oh yeah,
that was messed up. His wallet, his phone, his money, his hat, everything. They stole everything, and he was the only one that got stuff stolen.
Again, I thought that happened like.
I remember it happened a while ago.
Yeah,
and I think it happened to his son too.
I don't know. They just showed the interview. Said that's pretty much when he decided that he was done with Jackson State.
If you ever go to Jackson State camp, Jackson is.
I mean, it's in the middle of the hood.
The hood.
HBCUs are.
I mean, but most of them in the middle of the hood. So that's just what it is. That's the landscape of an HBCU. It's in the middle of the hood.
Period. Mm-hmm. So, what do y'all think about Nike cutting ties with Kyrie Irving?
Very disappointing. I don't like it. I personally don't like it. I'm hoping that somehow, some way, you can figure out something. I whether it's some brand that's out there that's hot. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like I'm still we talk about this. I'm still trying to figure out what was the big uproar of what he did. I think it was really more or less because the way he's just been moving, didn't want to take that jab, stuff like that. I don't really think it was this as much. I think it was just like, okay, he getting out of hand, if that makes sense. Like,
right, of course, get this boy back in place. He getting out of place. He gotta get him back in submission. Yeah, I
don't like it.
I read something where they were like, because somebody was like, well, he apologized. He didn't even say anything anyway. And they were like, well, I think they were upset because he kept saying, I can't be anti-Semite when I'm one of the original Jews, when my people are one of the original Jews. So they didn't like that. They didn't. I'm like, I don't know. Child.
I think the fact that he not only he tried to meet whatever demands they asked of him and to still be cut, like, what was the point in that? Like, y'all made this list of demands.
Those demands was insane. That was just some modern day slavery kind of crap right there.
Yeah.
Buck breaking. That was too much.
Yep.
So I don't know. I don't think he's said anything since that was announced that they cut ties with him. So I don't know. And it didn't help that the other idiots were on TV not having his back. Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal, LeBron James. I mean, LeBron kind of redeemed himself.
Right. He tried to definitely redeem himself
Yeah,
but he needed something else to happen. And
right,
then he was able to kind of
right. But that didn't help.
So how do y'all feel, right? Because y'all know how I feel. Like to see Shaq. I respect Shaq. I like Shaq. Like Shaq is one of my favorite basketball players of all time. I like his interviews, all of those things. And then to see Shaq like basically do what he did. I mean, for me, anyways, I expected it like Stephen A. Smith. I expected from those guys. But from Shaq and Shannon,
Right.
that hurt me a little bit. Cause I think that worst case, I thought they just wouldn't say nothing and they would stay out of it. I wouldn't really give too much. I ain't think they would say the things that they did. So that kind of just threw me off. And yeah, it man, I ain't watch the halftime show in NBA this whole season since that. Like I'm so serious. Like I just
damn it, we sit here trying to be nice and listen to somebody on my live. I done messed up my damn thing. Hold on, y'all. I was trying to be nice and move it so they can see y'all, but y'all gonna have to go on YouTube. Y'all want to see the podcast because I can't. The lights are in the way. You're not gonna be able to see anything.
You don't think he cares? He came back playing in sketches, I think. What? Oh. Now that's funny.
So, what do y'all think? Since we're gonna talk about the foolishness that's been going on in these internet streets, did y'all get a chance to see the whole back and forth between Boosie and Gabrielle Union?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Well,
Boosie.
For the viewers who may not have seen it, I have a video and I have the back and forth. So I'm gonna play the video so y'all can see what Gabrielle Union said. If you're not familiar, Lil Boosie has had a lot to say about their child, and I thought he was done commenting on their child, but apparently he was not. So I'm going to play the video with Gabrielle Union's response to Boosie.
So far, so good, you know. Sorry, Boosie. He's so preoccupied.
Yeah, he is. Very
It's
much so.
almost like thou dost protest too much, little Booze.
I'm gonna look
You got a lot of dick on your mind.
I mean, it's
Throw that out there.
It's like Zaya and Lil Nas X live in his head.
For free, rent free.
Like, what?
It's like, sir, something you want to just go ahead and tell us. This is a safe space.
No, for real.
We can be your sanctuary.
Perhaps that safe space was not provided for him, and
I don't
that's
think
why
he had a safe
He
space.
did not have one. We could definitely tell.
So, Lil Boosie's response was, the whole world knows that I love women, and the whole world knows your husband loves penis. He used the D word. I hope you don't think blacks look at y'all like a power couple. They don't. I have refused to talk about y'all in interviews, and here you go. Go bang him with that dildo and wait on the script, you little white girl.
One thing I will say is we don't look at them as a power couple.
No.
We don't. So do you think we don't look at them?
Oh my God. Yo, his clapbacks be legendary, man. They be legendary.
It's always, we don't look at them as a power couple, but it's always so shocking to me that Lil Boosie people even listen to what he says because the way he talks about his own children. Do y'all remember when he threatened to kill his daughter and threatened to put a bag on her head?
No.
In 2018, like he went on live. He was calling out her name, saying that she was trying to steal from him, like threatening the baby mama. And I was like, why? Maybe I'm not the only person that remembers it, but why do people listen to Lil Boosie?
I love Lil Boosie.
I love Lil Boosie music, but I ain't listening to nothing he got to say about people's parenting skills.
Boosie's funny, man. Boosie be funny.
Didn't he like take his son to get like a blowjob for his birthday or something? Like, I'm not listening to what he said about children.
Yeah, he did. Child, I can't. So we're gonna do one more trending topic before we bring our guests on, and I'm gonna choose which one because I don't even want to talk about this other dude no more. So we're gonna talk about Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez court cases coming up, and I believe he just been hit with the third felony charge with this firearm. So I just want this to be over. I'm over it.
I'm so over it.
So, I mean, they're saying it's his firearm that he.
They're saying that they're charging him with like some negligent discharge of a firearm and some other stuff with it, but they're all related to the gun and shooting the gun, but not actually shooting a person. So I don't know.
I just want it has to be over by the end of the year. It got to be over. We cannot take this into next year. Whatever the verdict is, we're gonna give people 72 hours to talk about it, and that's it. I'm so tired. So sick of it.
And I think they took him off of house arrest just so he can, I guess, attend. I don't know. They took him off of house arrest for whatever reason. Child, this is a hot mess.
And after the verdict, that goes for music too. Don't nobody need to drop no song talking about it. I am so tired of it.
Yeah, it's obnoxious at this point. I don't know. But they're saying that it's going to be hard for Megan to win or convince them that he's guilty because of how she lied or said that it didn't happen in the beginning. So I don't know, y'all.
We're gonna see, because it's just way too many loopholes in the story that I'm just waiting for the facts to come out.
I'm exhausted.
It is so crazy.
Yeah. So I am going to introduce our guest co-host for today. Of course, the reason why we asked these guests to come on is because last week we had a very hot topic for our main topics, and it came from one of our faithful viewers, Juan. He posted a post on his Facebook page, and the women went crazy. And he posted a question that said, "Y'all women with y'all shit together, why can't y'all ever keep a man?" So we wanted to talk to some folks and figure out what's going on in these streets. But we're going to I'm going to introduce them and I'll bring them on. We have a returning guest co-host. His name is Dwayne Sutton, aka Whoa. He is the creator, host, producer, and director of I Am Woe Podcast and the Underground Sports Kings. You can find him on I Am Woe Podcast and UGSK Podcast. I'll put those all in the comments at the end of the show on Facebook, Twitter, IG, and TikTok. We also have Courtney Jefferson. She is 1/3 of the I Am Woe Podcast, and she's the owner of Edible Thoughts Bakery in Smyrna, Georgia. Find her at Edible Thoughts Bakery on Facebook and IG. Y'all, please welcome our guest co-host to the show.
Hey.
Hello, world. What's happening? How y'all doing, man?
How y'all doing?
What it do?
Man, it's good to be here.
Well, welcome back.
I think Courtney's muted.
I am. Thank you.
Hey, there you go. Now we hear what you're talking.
She's gonna be coming with it from here on out.
Hi.
Okay, so we're gonna start light before we jump into that hot topic.
Okay.
Because Drina want to know what's on y'all Christmas list. What folks got on y'all Christmas list?
Hey man, be real with you. I don't even be asking for nothing. Difference between men and boys is the price of their toys. So like I just kind of just keep my list to myself.
Y'all hear this? That's pimp talk.
Well, I got something on my list, and it's called SLEEP. You feel me?
Hey man, I don't even put that on the list. That's something you pray for. I gotta send that straight to the man.
Shoot, you feel me?
Courtney, what you got on your Christmas list?
I would be just good with a drama-free holiday. Cause family, oh Lord, and I want some of that sleep too. I need that in my life. I'm tired.
Hey man,
I will say, can we find anybody to like shut Kanye up? Anybody? Put that on the list.
Kanye back at it again? Huh?
Nah, I'm just saying, man. You never know.
Today was that today? He said something, or was that yesterday?
Man, you never know what day it is. He always got something.
He
My boy straight called Elon Musk half Chinese.
When he say that?
It was the Chris Paul and Kim Kardashian.
He dropped that one too.
Yeah. Chris Paul and Kim Kardashian.
Oh yeah, we dropped the picture. Said that's who Kim was cheating with.
I caught my wife. I caught my wife with this man. Just dropped it. Look like a yearbook.
Like, no, he told them Jewish folks that they need to forgive Hitler and get over it.
He did that as a distraction, though.
All the time. Everything he says is a distraction.
Yeah,
or if he's not drinking,
that
he say something to drop a bomb so he can be back in the get his shit back up.
Yeah, he got love for Hitler, then turned around and threw Chris Paul on the bus. That was dirty. Chris Paul in the room, like, babe, he playing. I promise. I ain't never.
Yo, he did that.
He threw him out there, man. On Twitter, dog.
Look, nah, I'd have missed that one. That one
with the picture and everything. Like
what? Were they hugged up?
No, it was like a program picture, like you know how they had an NBA team that had like the team players. It was like a zoom in on a program picture. Chris Paul looked like a yearbook picture or something.
Right.
Then he said that he caught them.
I caught my wife with this man.
Yeah, he just made it up. He's crazy. Drina, what's on your Christmas list?
I'm from the Quad City DJs. I want $1,200. No, I'm joking. I'm kind of like y'all. I just want some rest away from these children. I don't want to be by them.
Oh,
you still got the niece and nephew?
Every Monday through Friday.
Oh, you're so nice.
You keep the niece and the nephew Monday through Friday.
It's 2 nephews and 1 niece.
Girl, you finna have some good tax returns, ain't you?
I need to.
That's what Christmas to claim them on your taxes.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh Lord, that's a lot.
Knowing my brother, he didn't already went and got that pre-holiday, whatever they be giving out at Jackson Hewitt type thing. So
his advance, he got that advance.
Right. And I ain't gonna see none of it. Anyway, that's another topic. We're talking about family trauma. Dee, what's on your list?
I want I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I want it. Adrian, I think you might. Do you have it? But the start with a B. You make your drink for you. No, it makes the drinks for you.
Oh, I know what you're talking
like
about.
You put a little pod in there and you put your liquor on the outside and it makes the mixed drinks for you. Start with a B. It's like a Keurig for liquor.
So a portable bartender.
Yeah, that's what I want.
We'll roll with that one.
I want that and
I'm mad that he got it and we still ain't got the name of it yet. What?
That and what, Didi?
Pots and pans.
Oh, okay.
Because I ain't buying it.
Barista, I don't know shit.
Yeah. Something like I know what you're talking about.
Bartesian is what it's called.
There you go.
It sounds
bar in it. Yeah, bar in it.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Just do like the rest of us. Pour your drink and then add whatever you want just to change the color of it. Just a little bit of that.
I want it to be fancy.
Fancy. Put an orange on it.
He said, "Get off his boy. We ganging up on him." He ganging up on us, getting on my damn nerves every day. Shit.
Man, yeah, he's setting the world on fire and running away, bro. Like, what you mean, get off my boy?
Oh Lord.
Chris Paul don't bother nobody.
I gotta go look at this.
It was when he was on a rampage and then he just threw it out. He said, before I go to bed, he literally typed, before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
I know this.
He's I'm gonna break one last window.
One last window. Yeah, that's what he said.
He broke one too.
My wife was cheating with Chris Paul. Wow. Okay.
Who wasn't she sleeping with?
Well, that's the better question.
All right.
Yep.
All right, y'all. So, dang, I meant to pull up them comments from last week on that post because we was a little taken aback. So my homeboy, like I said, posted this question on his page, and the women went bananas with their responses. Most of them, for the most part, were saying, well, because we got options, we don't have to keep a man, we don't need y'all for nothing but one thing.
Barely.
It was disturbing to say the least. Responses. Yeah. And I was pissing them off like I always do.
Oh, love.
Like, I was like, y'all lack accountability. How you gonna say that? Oh, they also were saying because we don't have to settle. And I'm like, well, how do you settle for something that you chose? Or whatever. Yeah, so we just want to know. And actually, I asked some of them to come on the show. Mm-hmm. Two of them agreed, but one of them together what they never responded. I just want to, get into it. What y'all think? They say they got their shit together. Why they can't keep a man?
Because they got their shit together. Here's the thing. It's not an attack. It's just a reality. And it really not a woman thing. It's just an individual thing. Once you go a certain amount of time dealing with bullshit, and then, you stack yourself up, get yourself together, kind of get your finances situated, whatever. You kind of like, I don't necessarily need any more drama. See, we ain't like that necessarily just toward a significant other. You like that with your friends too, or so-called friends. So you tend to just like, I'm good where I'm at. I don't know if that necessarily means you can't keep a man, but it definitely do put up signs that you don't want one.
But then they say they do want a man.
I don't believe shit nobody say. You got to show me.
They got a list of requirements that these men have to meet and these demands because I got my shit together. You got to have all of this.
Baby, let me tell you something.
How different? At least start the shit.
Here's the thing. If I know what I want, I don't need a whole long laundry list of anything. You feel me? That's you being picky, nitpicky. Nobody would ever realistically meet the criteria.
Nope.
So that's you. That's what I'm saying. You bullshitting yourself with that.
J. Come on, Mr. J. Women who got their shit together don't talk that way. Let's be transparent. You better preach to them. You better preach to them.
These are the basic ones. Okay.
I'll tell you, the ones I know, they just don't want it.
To go along with what Jay said, I also feel like women or just people who have their stuff together, you feel attacked by posts like that. They don't feel so triggered to get so defensive about that. They're like, oh, okay, this is not pertaining to me. And they keep it moving.
I said, because I'm hearing them comments you said, and I'm like, them sound like some very defensive people.
It was, I wish I would. It was.
His dog holler.
They can't figure it out. They can't figure out why they got so much to offer, but don't nobody want to be with them. You feel me? And they trying to figure it out. So the only thing that they can really do is blame and point fingers of that they too much for a man can't handle them, and I ain't accepting this, I ain't accepting that. Well, clearly you accepting something because you still getting piped down. you accepting something coming your way. Just saying. We know we ain't out here, seeing these women as single being celibate. So
They sell it.
you selling for
Sell it, all right. Courtney, what you think?
I just feel like they don't have their shit together. Be honest with you. Because if you have it together, none of that's gonna matter about what this man have. You gonna have to build on it. So if you ain't got it, that's why you defensive and you can't keep a man still trying to build it up.
Got an echo somewhere. It's breaking up what she's saying. I can't call it.
I heard myself.
Now it's breaking up.
Am I now? Yeah, I am. Hold on.
Somebody mute that mic.
It's always me.
Do you have headphones? You might just need to have on headphones.
They did.
Oh, damn.
It's because I.
Hey, we wrestle with headphones every week. But no.
I was gonna say that I feel like women who have their shit together, they only think that the material thing is having their shit together.
Right.
Just because you have money doesn't mean you have your shit together. You might be scatterbrained. You might be all over the place. You can't even follow direction. You can't lead a household of children. Like, you don't have your shit together just because you have money and a career.
Having your shit,
why you can't keep a man.
Yeah.
having your shit together is also. Have you dealt with your trauma?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, have you really gotten your baggage? You know, like, I don't need you walking around with, tons of suitcases. Like, can we get that thing down to like 1 or 2 bags?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do
Like,
you understand conflict resolution?
Do you understand simple communication?
Period.
But that's the base of everything.
Yeah.
That's the base of everything.
I actually had an encounter this weekend that tore up my nerves. You hear me? I'm talking about wore them out.
Do tell.
And it was with a young lady who was the same age as my daughter. And I had to really get away from her because I wanted to drag her. But I had to remember that I'm reformed and I don't fight no more. So because it was real life in front of me, what they do on social media, like how they interact with people, how they talk, the entitlement, the lack of respect, the constant pushback, already in defense mode, no matter what you say. I was just like, oh no, I can't do this.
Good job. Pick and choose your battles.
I said, let me just go over here. But then I watched, because I stopped talking to her. I watched her interact with every single person in the room the same way. And I'm like, you know how many opportunities you're about to miss out on? You got to know your audience. You don't even know who you're talking to. We all meeting for the first time this weekend. We on a movie set. You don't know me or anybody around me, and you are in here acting a complete ass because you think, because you're 25, that you are entitled. Every word that came out of her mouth was, oh, that's because y'all old. Y'all old, y'all don't know. Y'all old, y'all had it easy back then. Y'all. I said, somebody get this little girl away from me before I smack the shit out of her.
What? We had it easy.
That's when I stopped talking to her. I was done after that comment. I was like, no, I'm not doing it.
I bet she ain't never seen a green switch in her life.
She didn't even have to go pick her switch. What are you talking about?
And then watch your mama braid them together.
While she taught you and braiding them, you know you finna get toe up. And she steady talking. She talking so much, you hope she talk herself out of doing it to you. But you know she not. And she just getting more and more upset while she break. Come on now. I don't think y'all understand. I'm getting flashbacks right now.
Oh, Charles, that's a good reference right there. I like this comment. Being Mary Jane, she sure did have her shit together, and she had a long ass list. And she couldn't keep a man. Sure did.
That was
okay. Here's where we need to start. Question number 1: what is having your shit together?
I'm telling you, I had a friend who really thought because she had a couple businesses, she made 6 figures on her regular job, she drove a Tesla, she got her shit together.
Okay, well, that's your financial side. That's gonna cover your bills, have you
That's
living a
it.
different type of lifestyle. Now, as
Everything
far as
else.
your personal side, do you have your shit together?
Everything else was a hot mess. Hot mess.
Then you don't got your shit together.
Couldn't tell her that.
I don't think anybody got their shit together. There's always gonna be one part of your life that's not put together.
That's what we always chasing.
So, I mean, to be honest with you, as a business owner and a mother, and I even work another job, I'm always forgetting something. I don't have my shit together. It looked like I have it together because I'm getting shit done, but I'm still all over the place. So there's no getting your shit together. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody has everything together.
Tom, I like your question. Are these women with their shit together making the same choices as when they didn't? Yes. That's why they can't get.
Yeah, they just think that they making more money now, so they can afford to make these stupid decisions.
Yep.
To buy a man.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I don't know too many men who for sale.
Right. They don't care about the money.
If I may be honest, I don't know too many of them that's for sale. Not a real man. I mean, you can buy a few boys.
Yeah. And if you really got your shit together, you're gonna attract the man with his shit together.
Your energy will be matched.
Yes. Yeah.
It's really that simple.
But the one comment that got me the most, that kind of frustrated me the most, was, well, we don't need them for anything but one thing.
That's the one I heard. Okay. Light this motherfucker on fire. All right. Look. I'm sick and tired of hearing people say that they don't need other folk. You know what I'm saying? Men say they don't need women. I've literally heard men say they don't even like women. They like to have sex with them. You ignorant piece of trash. Get out of my face. And I wish I could take the title man back from you. Women, I'm so sick of. I don't need a man. I got this. I got that. I promise you. No matter how many orgasms the toy give you, you still gonna have to need about 2-3 blankets at night to keep you warm. You ain't got nothing to put your feet on next to you in bed. Nigga. I promise you, you're going to wish you had a man so you can go crank that car, get that gas flowing for you so the car's nice and warm for you. Or I ain't even know. But anyway.
Somebody breaking in that house, you're going to want him to go down there and see what's going on.
Man, look. I mean, cool if you think you got the register thing, which you ready to pop off, cool. Last time I checked, though, my wife sleeps very well at night knowing I got it covered.
Them women talk that shit. They ain't about to pull that trigger. Not many of them ain't gonna do it.
They talk a lot of shit about a lot of stuff.
And they ain't gonna do nothing.
And I'll say it boldly, looking right at the camera. You can never threaten me with a good time. I'm gonna call you bluff every single time. Talk shit about a lot of stuff.
If something happened and the grid go down and we don't have no way of heating, doing nothing, we got to go in the woods and hunt. Who going out there? I ain't going.
Time out. It's a lot of men who can't hunt too, but
the innate ability of a man is going to kick in. Women don't. That's not even our nature. I don't even know where to start. We got to build some shit and get what?
You know what happened to me, Dee, with that snake?
Don't even talk about that kind of shit because that is over.
Oh no, I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
I came home one afternoon. There was a snake on the side of my house, and I was screaming. I was screaming next door for my neighbor, who's a woman, and I was like, "Do you have a man over there?" And she was like, "What? Do you have a man over there? Because I need him to come over here now."
Right now. Look, I don't know what y'all talking about. I need my man and all the ones around me because if some shit go down, I need y'all to activate ASAP.
Hey, man. Oh my God. We used to live, I used to stay back in Mississippi around my grandmother. And so I stayed to the left of me and my uncle stayed right in front of me, and my grandma didn't really have to worry about too much of anything. And I remember one day the kids was outside. Somebody came running out. It's a snake outside. It's a snake. I'm going to look for the shovel. I go to the back of the house. By the time I get back to it, I ain't even made it all the way to the front of the house. I hear, bow. I come around the corner. My uncle got the shotgun like this. Well, That motherfucker dead and gone.
Look, I got a question on my IG live. One of the viewers said, "Can you have a high body count and still consider yourself having your shit together?"
Well, that depends on when you got them bodies. I mean, everybody had a whole phase.
Not everybody now.
Okay, not everybody, but a good amount of people had a whole phase. But we live and we learn. So when did you get them bodies?
And how many bodies are we talking?
Yeah, because I mean, like, if you've been stretching this out since 98, 99, since Cash Money took over.
992,000.
If you've been stretching it out since
I mean, why? I don't know. Is that like a young person? I don't know. I'm not talking about body count. I don't even concern myself with that.
Grown man shit. We don't
They grown
care.
Worry about who was before them.
Yeah, I don't care.
Grown man shit. We don't care.
As long as you got that clean board of health.
And when I say grown man shit, secure men. We don't care, because what it is I'm here, he not. And even if he was there before, he won't make a return trip. Not when I'm done with you.
He said you can't have a couple graveyards here. Oh my God.
I got the cemetery on 4th Street and 5th Street on lock.
Oh my God. I don't know, because I know we had a topic about body count, and I don't know if we ever really came to a consensus of if it really mattered or not. I don't know.
It's based on her personality. I mean, like, you could tell who's still in them streets. You could tell. So I'm like, bro, if she's still in them streets, I don't even want to know your body count. I already have an idea. I got an idea. If the whole time we've been chilling and you done got a text from Kevin, George, Jordan, Max, like,
I can't.
I ain't heard not one time that you was talking to April, Leslie, none of that.
Well, you still got nowadays. Okay. Her body count.
Okay. What that tell me is, I mean, hey, the cooking's still good. The cooking's still good. So I might sit down for a meal, but I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Appreciate it. It's been real.
All right. Well, apparently there has been some rumblings in the internet streets all week. I don't know why this topic keeps coming up. It keeps being an issue. People keep going back and forth about it. It's been all over the podcast. So we're going to talk about it again. So the girls have been arguing about whether a relationship should be 50-50.
Here we go with that again.
Right. Why does it keep coming back?
No relationship is 50-50, man.
Ever.
Fully 100%.
I like that. I don't want half of you. I want all of you. We both need to come with 100%.
I'm trying to figure out these women who are like so against paying half of something. When
I don't need a roommate.
All of something right now.
I don't need a roommate. You know, that's what you do with your roommate. Go down the list of what we got to pay.
I mean, I
don't care where the money come from. This is what the electricity bill is. This is what the rent is. I'm not going to do that with you. I don't need a roommate.
And I think it's situational. Whatever your situation is and what works for y'all, that's what it should be. But I did want to highlight one thing, because I'm not in white circles, so I don't know what they talk about. But one thing I do know that Black people talk about this often. And I guess the report came out this week to talk about the median wealth for Black families, Black households compared to white households. And this, to me, is the biggest factor, is because we aren't willing to go half with each other and build that way, because 2 incomes is better than 1. But the median wealth of Black households is $24,100. The median wealth of white households is $188,200.
they usually get started off coming out of college.
They do, but but we still are so against marriage coming together. We still making baby mamas, baby daddies, and closing that gap, and still arguing about going half on bills.
All right, let's do this. So here's what it is we have it's going y'all watch your toes. All right, so we go back to the 80s where a lot of black men were incarcerated or either out there in the streets on them drugs, or in the graves, or in the psych wards, from Vietnam, and there were a lot of single mothers who ended up having to do things for themselves. They had to sacrifice a lot of things to make sure the kids were straight. And all it taught them was nobody's going to take care of you but you. And then that lesson got handed down to their kids. And we live in a very selfish society now. Everybody's out for themselves. Nobody has a I got your back, you got my back mentality anymore. So when they come in to anything, whether it's a business relationship, a personal relationship, they only have one foot in. Everything is about how can I make sure I'm good? No matter what happens, I'm gonna be straight. Folk get into relationships and they like, we're not doing no everything in one pot thing. Like, that's stupid. What if you leave? Why are you planning to fail?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Why do you if you have that mentality, stay single.
Yep.
Don't be scared to go all in. You got to be 2 feet all the way in, whether it's your business, whether it's your personal. You got to be 2 feet all the way in. That's the only way you can succeed, because we don't have the advantages that the others had. So it's going to take everything we got and then some, all our resources, whatever it is, to succeed. But the problem is we don't know how to do that because we cannot let go of the lessons we were taught, or the bridges got burnt when people scorned us, and we haven't dealt with our shit. Again, what Courtney say, nobody ain't really got this shit together.
And I feel like maybe you shouldn't be going in half and half on the rent of an apartment. If you only start doing that stuff when y'all are like married and y'all put y'all money together and things like that, that's when you do stuff like that. I think it's just so many young kids and they just jumping into relationships and they be like, oh, we're gonna split it down the middle, but then you messing up each other's credit because y'all don't know what y'all damn doing, or you go and stay with your baby mama, your baby daddy, and that's not even the person you want to split stuff with. So you go and have, because it is hard out here, but I really don't think we should be jumping and moving in with each other until we know it's like a solid foundation that this is who I'm okay with seeing my personal information and with my money and anything else I have. And I think that's the problem. Too many people just trusting people that they shouldn't trust in the beginning. And so when you find somebody that you should trust and y'all put y'all finances together, you're not doing it.
Yeah, and I think that goes back to what I'm a huge, fan of vetting. You got to vet people better. Like, you can't do trial and error by just jumping out there. So those people shouldn't even be in your space if you can't trust them. That shouldn't even be, you shouldn't even, because we keep talking about, having children with people as if that's not the biggest commitment ever. but then we scared to do other things with them. Like, we'll create a whole human with people and then be skeptical about everything else.
I'm gonna have a baby with you, but I won't give you access to my account.
Like, black people think so backwards to be like, I ain't getting married. That's permanent. No, this child you just had is permanent. You can get out the marriage if you need to. You can't get rid of this child. It's here.
Okay.
So I don't know. We got to do a better job at picking better friends, picking better spouses, actually picking spouses, so that we can actually build generational wealth from a standpoint from the family unit. Yes. And get out of this whole baby mama, baby daddy mentality. But I do think that this generation is doing a better job at that. I do, as a whole, I think they're waiting longer to have children. I think because, of course, back in the day, they was having kids at 15, and then we was having 17, 18. Like, my daughter and her friends, like, most of them don't have kids. and they 25, 26. They like, I ain't having no baby. No, that's too much.
They want to live.
I'm just praying I can make it. Please, God. Let it carry on to my children. Woo.
Do you think Black parents are quick to tell kids to get out of their house, and that is why they are so quick to move in with someone? I think that was a huge problem. I think that is an issue in the Black community across the board. 18, you got to go. You got to get out. And the reason why that is because Black parents, for the most part, were struggling themselves. They're in survival mode. So if I get rid of somebody, that's one less child I have to feed.
But
So my situation was different.
Could have made them get a job. Like, I don't know if it's the Asian community where they all move together and then they pay off that house and then they move into the next house and then they pay that one off and move into the next one and pay that one off. But my thing is, that's strange. My parents were like, stay as long as you need. You know, I would never do that to my kid. So it's foreign to me to see when kids be like, yeah, my dad done put me out. What? Nah.
I had to. My mom never told me to get out. She probably would have let me stay as long as I wanted, but I had to leave because whenever I left, I had a daughter, and I realized I couldn't be living under my mama's roof being a daughter to her because she was trying to be my child's mama. It was too much, and the stress. I was like, oh no, I don't care what it takes. I got to get out of here, and I got to get my own. So at 19, like I got emancipated and I moved out. Just for like the mental, like the stress of it, the anxiety it caused me. I had to get out of here. Now I love my mom. I talk to her like 7-8 times a day, but we can't live under the same roof. Not me and my children. Because she thinks she everybody mama.
I graduated June of 2001. Yeah, I'm that old. June of 2001, and I got my first apartment by July. Had my own place, and I didn't do it necessarily just to be, big dog. I got my own spot, whatever. Because honestly, it wasn't a dope spot, but it was a personal situation going on with my significant other at the time. And what's happening, folk? And yeah, it was probably one of the toughest decisions because when I walked out there on my own, my pop was like, "All right, since you doing it," he cut the rope, and I ain't know how sturdy that rope was until I got sick. And I was like, "Pop, I need the insurance card so I can go to the doctor." He's like, "Man, I've been cut you off the insurance. You grown." I was like, "Hold on. I did something stupid. I'm out here. I got a roommate, but I'm like, I work at Walmart pushing buggies, going to school. I ain't got nobody insurance. You don't know about this stuff at 18. You don't care about it, to be honest with you. How often do you get sick?"
Yeah, I was pregnant at 17, so I had my daughter when I was 18. So I was out. I had to go. I had to go, and I joined the Air Force when I was 19. So, but there's no way in hell I would live with my mom. Hell no.
I can't.
I was hearing it since 16. Like, you finna be up out of here, buddy. The whole time from 16 to graduate. Like, I literally moved out the day after graduation. Like, I'm out. And yeah, that's just what it was. And it's like, that mentality of I had to figure it out. You got to figure it out. So you got to do what you need to do for you. I can't do nothing for you no more.
Mm-hmm.
And you like, well, you ain't really doing nothing, but all right. I guess I got to get out here and figure it out.
Yeah.
So,
and my mom, she was on Section 8, so you had to leave because they weren't going to give her no more bedrooms, or you got to put me on a lease, and it was just going to mess up her stuff. So
yeah, that's another. But I ain't never just known too many people like, all right, 18, you got to get out of here. I ain't never really known a lot of people like that. From where I'm from, like I said, we just were really independent the way we was raised. So it's like we automatically knew, if you was really, you had that mentality, you was ready to embrace it. You was ready for it. Like, you didn't know how ready you weren't, but mentally you thought you were. So we jumped out there with the boldness. It hurt. It hurt.
I don't think I knew anybody that wasn't put out at 18.
Right. I'm the opposite. Everybody I knew that we
had to
all
go.
like, hey,
go.
You gotta go.
I feel bad.
Well,
hey, Daniel, welcome back.
What's up?
Yeah. Well, I told my daughter she'll be 26 this month. I'm like, I'll be begging her, please just come home. You could just stay here.
Oh no.
But she's a registered nurse, no kids. She's good. Like, but I'll just be wanting my baby near me.
I think it needs to be more encouragement from the parents. I will say that, like, before you jump out in the world, let's make sure you're fully ready. Like, not just got your education. You're not like you just have a job, but are you like on the actual path to make some money?
All right.
Like, just make sure that they ready. A little more encouragement with that probably would have been dope. But yeah, no, they're just either sink or swim thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, our parents didn't have anything to give us to even start us out with nothing. They didn't have anything. So they pushing us out so that we can come back and help them.
Yeah.
My actually set us up. Like, they were moving out of the state, and me and my sister and my cousin were staying in Alabama, and they left the house they were renting and just kept it in his name, but we still had to pay the bills. And I think that helped us out, because getting anything on your own at 18, 19, and 20, it wasn't happening like back then. So they set us up like that, and my dad just kept the townhouse in his name, but we had to pay every bill. And I was like, I remember calling him one day. I was like, Daddy, why does thing keep coming? I don't remember you paying this every month. I don't like this rent thing. He's like, well, get to liking it. Mm-hmm. I was like, man, I was thrown for a loop, but I had a safety net, but it was still hard. But I still don't like rent to this day.
Yeah, I did that for my daughter. I put the apartment in my name, and she paid the bills, but I made sure that I was on it so that she can get the apartment she needed and build her credit and stuff like that.
You are wonderful. I ain't doing it for my kids. They don't take care of the room they got now. You want me to get a whole nother place so they can tear that up too?
He would be at home. He would be in a home when he get older. They are put ass in a home.
Yeah. Now she got her own apartment. She bought her own car. She got her own stuff. All in her name.
That little bit of help will set you up for success.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna assist any way I can, but you want me to put this all in my name and make me responsible? My son destructive. I'm gonna just be honest with you. He tears stuff up.
Your parents still got a key. They can pop up on you. It's still their stuff.
I'm definitely gonna make sure I set my kids up for success. So I'm not a boy. His daddy got to do that. I ain't got nothing to do with it. That ain't my business. That ain't my business.
My broke roommate don't do nothing.
All right, y'all. So the last topic. This one might piss some people off too, but we like to piss people off. Why are there so many people that hold others to standards that they aren't willing to meet?
Shit.
You just label social media. That's exactly what social media is. Everybody want to tell you how to live your life. They ain't doing none of that stuff.
Nope.
They ain't doing none of that stuff. Like everybody going at Dion. Y'all ain't done none of the work Dion doing. You could only dream of doing what he's done.
Yeah.
Just at that one school.
Y'all ain't even made employee of the month at y'all job. Shut up. Cut it out.
That's like getting relationship advice from people who ain't got no man.
They got all the advice.
All of it. Girl, let me tell you what else you need to do.
No, ma'am. No,
and girl, I wouldn't put up with none of that.
We know that's why you by yourself.
Got a monthly supply of batteries coming from Amazon Prime. They come on schedule.
They on subscription.
Got him. Got him.
Yeah.
And to y'all who's saying, well, I got one that plug in. Guess what? That electricity bill is a little bit high every month, ain't it? I don't know what's going on. Why it's going up $30 every month?
You know why.
That's a lot.
I mean, people have so much advice, and you just be like, shut up.
But also, they gotta stop putting their business out there if they don't want random advice from people that don't.
I keep telling folks, stop putting everything on the internet.
They'll be like, I'm still alive out there.
That's how it works now. Ain't nothing real unless it is on the internet, even though the internet is like 80% lies.
I'm glad you just said that, because this is what made me stop talking to that 25-year-old this week. So one of the guys showed us a video that his niece put on social media. And he was devastated that she put it out there. So he called the family like, yo, y'all need to make her take this down. The video was so disturbing. She's on TikTok giving explicit details on how she's performing fellatio on this boy. At the end of the video, she opens her mouth to show us that there's this scab and stuff in the back of her throat.
A scab?
Talking about it was because he just went too far. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
A scab? What you been swallowing? Swords?
It was so nasty.
Ew.
So we're having a conversation, and the 25-year-old, I said, everything ain't for social media. Why do y'all feel like y'all gotta put everything on social media? The 25-year-old says, well, maybe, she had people that she knew on there that she just wanted to let them know.
That's why they got phone numbers. Text.
That's exactly what I said.
She let the doctor know. She should only been on the phone with a telemed doctor showing them.
Didn't they used to call that back page or something? Like, if you just want to advertise that you out there with it, just,
She really sat there and tried to have a whole conversation with me about why she justified putting this on social media. Stop talking to me, little girl. Get away from me. Get away from me. I said, because I wish my daughter would.
Hey, man. Again, when you talk about that body count situation.
Woo! She said that's herpes.
It's something. Ooh.
Because listen, I ain't never had no scab. And it done went down. I mean,
that's terrible.
It was so nasty.
I'm like, what you swallowing? Swords? Ain't nowhere you got a scab. And you gonna say he went too far.
He was I don't know what the hell that is. Oh my God.
He said that's a
throw baby. She's a throw warrior, sir. Ain't nothing baby about that.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Lord.
He's talking about strippers talking about their content creators. Hey. Who sweat what Jerry Jones did under the rug? You talking about the media? Because we talked about that last week.
Oh, don't worry, partner. I tell you what. Look here. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m. on Facebook, Underground Sports Kings will definitely talk about Jerry Jones. I'm a cooking.
Child. Well, somebody said that I don't know why y'all so upset. Back then, most everybody was racist.
That doesn't make it right. What the hell is people? Ooh.
Said, you know what? I'm not doing this with y'all today. Nope. I will not entertain this. Nope.
Stupidity is running rampant through this world.
I'm gonna keep all my comments to myself right now on that.
Too much. It's too much. It's too much. Hold on. I had another topic. I don't know what I did with it. And I can't get on my other phone. Really, you gave me another one and I can't remember what it was.
Throw baby.
That is not what they meant when they made that song.
That ain't.
The ending was supposed to be a good one, not end up in the doctor.
She in the tongue out here.
I mean, it's like,
So when she talk to you, does she sound like that?
Yeah.
The only time I've ever known of somebody having sores on the back of their throat, like when you get your tonsils or something cut out, what? No,
it was. I couldn't believe she opened her mouth and showed it. I was like, and he said his family disowned him because he called her right and told her she needed to take it.
Is he African? Who your family disowned you? You have brought shame to us.
He was like, I didn't get invited for Thanksgiving or nothing.
Eat off none of her silverware.
He wants to eat after them.
Shit.
I hope they got her some plastic.
I can't come get no dressing. Yeah.
That's messed up. Yeah. You got your own plates and forks, baby.
Yep.
At least everybody knows how to drink out
Yeah,
there.
you can come. You can come. You got to pray outside. We got you a whole table for yourself.
Ew.
Got your plastic utensils and the cups and plates. Yeah, you good.
Baby, don't
She the
even
cousin. She the cousin. Your mama tell you not to drink after or
Mhm.
eat after.
Hey, knock the whole cup out.
Right. Don't you?
hell wrong with you.
In other words, my man with the black wanted to know if she sounded like Fred Sanford.
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. I want to know if she talk like that.
Oh my God.
That's horrible.
Oh Lord.
So you got all up in your face. You ain't gonna do.
Oh, I do have another question. I ain't got it typed up on here, but I have a question because I had this conversation yesterday, or maybe it was today. I don't remember. Why is it that Black people go like in debt? They like stress themselves out about Christmas.
Ooh.
Y'all want it? Cause
I don't go into debt for Christmas. I don't give people shit. I'd be like, oh, I love you. I got 14 nieces and nephews. They ain't getting shit. I got a ring coming around the corner. You ain't getting nothing. And if I can't bake it, you ain't getting it. I don't know what to tell. I just think they want to keep up with the Joneses or whoever these people are, social media. I could care less. You get that nice pair of shoes, maybe, if you're lucky. No. I don't. That's stupid. It's stupid. And then people go return shit the next day. For what?
women, men don't return nothing. We just throw it away.
I don't return nothing.
I ain't got time to be in line with these folk. I really ain't.
I'm not returning nothing either.
I ain't returning nothing. Receipt, I don't care. I'll say this, and I've been honest with my kids from jump. Ain't your birthday? Like, I'm a Christian. I do have a love-hate relationship with church, but I'm a Christian, and you know, I'm a firm believer. I know that's not his exact, but it's still the purpose for celebrating, you know, the moment. And I'm like, how would you feel? Folks show up at your birthday party for gifts for other people. Make that make sense.
Rude.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'll get you what you need. You low on socks and drawers, I got you. You need some more pants, you done outgrew the other ones, I got you. Okay, you know what? You've been good. I'll get you a camera or something. But I'm not gonna put myself in debt for something that ain't even for you. It ain't even for you. Matter of fact, this is the season of giving. Go do something for somebody else.
That'd be nice.
I know people that do it all the time, man. Yeah. Going broke, buying things they can't afford, and taking out loans. Like, people literally take out loans.
That's social media too.
I'll pay it back with my income tax.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what they do. When I get them taxes back, I pay it off.
You're robbing Peter to pay Paul. That's what they say in church.
I am the worst Christmas shopper because I'd be like, one for them, one for me. So I had to stop myself, and I purchased throughout the year. And I guess I picked that up working with, like, I noticed like a lot of the other palm colored people that I've worked around, they shop throughout the year. So like when Black Friday comes, they ain't even out there looking for deals because they done purchased, like, they done with their Christmas shopping.
Nice. I got hit with a buggy by one of them.
Yeah.
She ran me over.
And I feel like for us, it's more people like at the end of the, like, they're just trying to make it to the end of the year, and then it's like, bam, like, yeah, now I gotta get a loan to get all this stuff for my kids they ain't gonna play with. But yeah.
For 2 days, and then this.
Say that again.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. My kids know. First of all, don't you bring your ass in here talking about no goddamn Santa Claus. Ain't no fat white man came in here and brought you shit.
What you say? I work too goddamn hard.
Nothing.
I work too goddamn hard.
There will be no Christmas tree in my house, so don't look for one. It ain't happening. I don't know the last time I had a Christmas tree in here. No, I'm not doing it.
Oh, I stopped doing that shit too.
Not doing it. No.
I do decorate with the kids.
I'm not decorating shit.
I gotta
My
have
daughter's birthday is 6 days before Christmas. Which one do you want?
I had a conversation with my cousin's son. He's 11. I don't know. Because his mom said that he told her that Santa Claus is a white man, and I was like, why do you think that? And he gave me his reason, whatever it was. I was like, well, I hate to be the one to break it to you, but not only is your Santa Claus black, it's a woman. He just looked so puzzled, like, what are you talking about?
And kids are so like resilient. If you explain things to kids, they will understand it. Like if you can't get them this on this day, it's okay.
Yeah.
I got you in a couple weeks when I can actually afford to get something else later. But like really stressing yourself out to get something on that day is crazy to me.
It's an ego thing because they want to be able to take that picture, post it on Christmas Day, show people I got this for my kids.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Low key glad we don't do Christmas because people in my family don't even know how to wrap gifts. I used to have to wrap hundreds of gifts because it's like, oh, you could do it. Just wrap this. And I'll be like, and then these kids be like, oh, next gift. Like, no. Yep. Like, I've been told my son there's no Santa Claus, no Tooth Fairy, no Easter Bunny, nothing. And he's like, okay. So what grandpa buying me? He's like, as long as somebody give me something, I don't care.
Yeah, it's crazy.
We don't.
Christmas is supposed to be a day off to spend with your family and just be in that moment. People make it about gifts, and I hate it. I truly hate like man-made holidays now. It's like they lost the reason behind what we're supposed to be doing for these holidays, and I just be like, I'm gonna just stay in my house.
All right, this dude wasn't no Santa because he had no chimney. And his mom took him to the store with her. Oh my God.
Sound like you had Billy Bob Thornton running around your area.
Oh, that is funny.
And then you be like, I don't know, because I'd be like, so it never makes sense to me. One, because I'm going all out for one day when I buy you stuff all year long. Like,
kind of like Valentine's Day.
Man, look. That's another day. Throw it out of here.
Cancel that day, please. Throw it away.
Oh, we don't celebrate.
I do understand that some people don't have the money to buy things all year long. I get that. But why would you like if you don't have the money to buy things all year long, then why would you stress yourself out to try and buy everything in one day?
Hey man, Christmas is a luxury. Like wearing certain things is a luxury. You can't be out here pouring these streets trying to wear the most designer, the most fashionista things out here, right? Like you just can't. Like people have to understand it's a luxury. Like if you can't afford to get your child a PlayStation, then you need to figure out a way to let them know that you can't afford to get them a PlayStation. That's a luxury.
Need some goddamn pants right now.
Right.
And some shoes and some clothes.
What I tell you,
and some good grades.
Get you what you need. I get what you want for your birthday. I'm gonna get you what you need.
Whatever that
because I was there before where I didn't have the money. Like I just don't have the money. So I'm gonna get you what you need because I can't afford to get you all the stuff that you want. You might get one gift that I can come out a little bit out of my pocket for, but for the most part, I can't afford to do it.
My kids
I can't imagine having more than one kid at the same time because my kid's 13 years apart. So I couldn't handle more than one at a time.
If I ask my children what they want for Christmas, they can't even name 2 or 3 things.
No.
Wait, what? Do y'all get 12?
So the day before Thanksgiving.
That's random.
Who gonna cook your week like that?
I used to. I'll be honest. I used to. That was just kind of like a thing I did with my cousins. I had a spot. Everybody come in town to Mississippi, and they come by the house, and it was a kickback. So you know what I'm saying? That's a completely different type. I'm not just gonna sit here and drink just because I'm miserable or something. I don't know what that is. it was a kickback, you know what I'm saying? So we drank, you might get a little slushed over there with that, but yeah, I'm 40 now, bro. A drink.
Getting toe up, it's some horrible consequences now.
It hurts.
Woo, child.
It hurts. You wake up with your throat feeling like old girl with the scab in the back of it. Because you didn't drink.
Layaway. Do they still got layaway?
I think they ain't got Kmart no more.
Well, they still got a Kmart.
That was the place.
By the way, I used to work in high school. I used to work in layaway at Kmart.
Wow. I used to use me some layaway. Listen, let me go make my payment.
They ain't got to do layaway now. They got Afterpay, Klarna, all of that.
Yeah.
I guess that's modern day layaway.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now you get your stuff. You just make payments on. You ain't gotta wait to get your stuff till you pay it.
That Amazon pay later, get now, pay later.
Mm-hmm.
So it shouldn't be no excuses.
Still ain't gonna spoil the kids. I'm gonna get you what you need.
I'll just be honest.
What you want for your birthday.
Boy, I don't give a damn.
I don't buy my son nothing for Christmas. He got his gift. He don't know. We going to the Dallas game. That's all he getting.
I gave you life. There you go.
Nothing. He be in here buying stuff. He got a
He a Cowboy fan?
Yes, unfortunately.
I gave him a gift. I'm a Colts fan. You see that game you had last week? You're welcome. My suck ass Colts. I don't know what the hell they had going on.
I'm an Eagles fan.
Oh yeah, I remember you. Okay. You having a year. I know you having a year. Feeling good, feeling great. Gotcha.
I cannot wait to go to this game with him and torture the hell out of him. Yeah. So that was the last topic, y'all. What y'all got going on for the week? Anything you want to promote? I need to put y'all stuff in these comments so I'm supposed to know how to contact y'all, get a hold of y'all, chop it up with y'all. I'm gonna hook y'all up. Hold on. But what do y'all have? Do y'all have anything coming up y'all want to promote, announce, talk about, tell the folks about?
Cole, I'll let you drop Sunday. What's going on, man?
What I got is not to promote. I mean, right now it's being football mom. I'm planning a football banquet, but I still do Edible Thoughts Bakery. If y'all need something for Christmas, try to get them orders in soon. If not, don't bother me.
Cobb County, you know how
edibles like just their digestible
No.
or edibles like
edible, like as in you can eat it, and then thoughts, like if you can think it, we can make it. Not the drug part. Like everybody gets mad at me about that. This is legal. I'll do it. I'm just
Courtney,
a scaredy
I
cat.
need to get that side hustle together, man. We got to get that side hustle together.
Dang, I was all excited.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Hey, so you put that stuff in there?" I'm like, "It ain't legal out. Like it's illegal out here. I'm scary. I ain't got no records. I'm trying to like.
It's illegal in certain ways, but it's still
illegal in North Carolina. But my girl, she got a whole website. I don't know how she do it, but I order it from her.
Some folks just with the bonus.
Damn, I'm about to move.
You bet not. Look, every Wednesday night, 10 p.m. on Facebook, Underground Sports Kings, Land of the Trail, where sports and culture collide. It was myself, my brothers DT, Derek Taylor, and Michael Kelly. And yeah, that's what we get. We get it in every week. Chop it up. Huh?
Is that Eastern Standard Time?
Eastern Standard Time. That's right. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Sunday nights, of course, myself, Woe, and Cole, Courtney Jefferson, and again, my brother DT, Derek Taylor. We are the trio that make up I Am Woe podcast. And that is where we speak on improving the level of communication. It's initially improving the level of communication amongst Black men with the peers around us. But now the topics have evolved, and we have a woman who has a voice on our squad. So, like, we're not going to have it slanted or anything with the conversation no more. No pressure, though, Courtney. No pressure. You got it.
What time is I Am Woe podcast?
I Am Woe podcast every Sunday night, 10 p.m. Grown folk time, 10 p.m. Eastern on Facebook.
I'll be struggling, y'all. I'll be tight.
But I think this Sunday, what we talking, Cole? That topic plies drop.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah, we're gonna get in there. We're gonna get it in on that one. Basically just discussing the type of lover you are in bed usually determines the type of
woman
lover you are in the relationship.
I should have a lot.
That's a good topic.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that though. Grown folk time, like I said, 10 p.m. Eastern.
I don't have anything to promote, but I will share two of the funniest memes that came out of this whole Deion Sanders Jackson State thing. One of them, my friend posted, I got to stay off of Indeed.com because I done got the job as a head coach at Jackson State. And then also somebody saying that while the Saints playing, they need to get Deion Sanders to come help the Saints out.
Y'all ain't had to do my home team like that.
I'll say this: the best thing the Saints had going last night with that helmet was fire. But that game,
they still and I'm gonna tell you, like I tell everybody else, they still getting paid. Who cares?
Yes, they are. But they
you could get paid more if you win.
I know.
They're my team as well. I don't know if you heard me earlier. Down here, we just ready for Mardi Gras, basically.
Yeah.
Damn, season.
Baby.
It's too early.
No, season is over. Season is over for us. We ready for Mardi Gras.
Man, y'all go support them Pelicans. That's what y'all do. Go support them Pelicans. Go to the game. Y'all actually got a good team this year.
For them daiquiris, them beads being thrown, that's it.
Give me a daiquiri.
I
ain't gonna lie.
February. Ooh.
I ain't gonna lie. We gotta make a trip back to Louisiana again, man.
Adrian, what you got going on?
Hey, man. I'm just trying to get some sleep around here. You know
that baby wearing his ass out.
Hey, man, you hear me? You hear me? You hear me? Woo! Yeah, man, but just working, man, working, and trying to figure out how to sleep. It's really
that's working itself.
Hey, man, that's what I'm saying.
You gotta schedule your naps.
Sleep when that baby sleep.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Adrian, it's gonna be one day when you're gonna wish that they would not be sleeping so much. It's coming.
Yes, I got 13-year-olds.
I ain't worried about that. Because I just wake you up. Like, what are we talking about?
Put some whiskey on his gums.
Oh, yep, brandy.
I just come wake you up.
Oh, he teething?
I don't know. No, he just don't sleep.
He just don't sleep. That's just been his life.
Folks say that baby got colic.
Said that been his life.
That's been his life. He won. That's his life.
It's too early to be fucking sleep.
Oh, you mean what?
He don't sleep.
Yo, people, watch you.
When we come back next week, I'll have an 18-year-old.
Oh,
what?
Uh-oh.
My baby turns 18 on Friday.
Woo! Listen.
18.
Just tell her that's the gift. You ain't got to get out.
She already got her tattoo appointment scheduled.
She ain't playing.
She ready.
No.
She is not playing.
Didi, what you got coming up?
Everything, child.
Hey man, I don't even know you that well, but I know you be busy.
Oh my God. So first of all, next week I start my official transition from being a contractor to a what we call FTE at Bank of America as an IT project manager. So rolling real more and way more money, way more. But I ain't taking it until my my 100% remote gets approved because I already told him I'm not coming in there. So if that don't get approved, I will still be a contractor. So stand by for that.
Ain't nothing like working from home.
Of course, January 14th, I have my first annual winter coat drive in my hometown of Bristol, Pennsylvania, from 3 to 5. We're gonna have a hot meal served to all the folks in the community. We're giving away as many winter coats as we can. We're looking for donations, volunteers. If you can come out, if you're in the area, it's going to be a great time. Of course, I still need security. If anybody is listening, I need at least 2 security guards armed to come and do the event for me. What else do I have? Of course, you guys know that last weekend was my very first movie role. It was a speaking role. I'm supporting the lead supporting actress in the show, in the movie. It should be coming out, I think she said, in January. We're going to be submitting it to the Independent Film Festival in February, and of course, submitting it to all of the streaming platforms. So I'm excited about it. I think it went really well, despite all of the issues that we had, and all of the. It was a lot. It was a lot. It was frustrating, but I enjoyed myself a little bit, maybe. It challenged me to the utmost of being challenged. I will say that. But I'm excited to see the final product on that. What else we got? Of course, come January, I will be doing. I'm debating. I'm either going to do a Core Queen Fitness challenge. So I do. Where I give out first, second, and third place prizes for the Biggest Loser. Usually $500, $250, and $100 to whoever wins, who has the biggest transformation within 30 days. Or I'll do my boot camp where I work out with everybody via Zoom. So we'll see. I'll probably do a challenge, get people moving again through the new year. If you need a fitness coach, I'm your girl. I'm the Core Queen. I'm expert at what I do. If you need to lose weight, get in amazing shape, holla at your girl. I got you. I can get you trying to go in 12 weeks or less. And get that gut off of you, you know?
Yeah.
What else we got? I think that's if you like music, check out my artist Money Train. His latest single out with Anthony Hamilton. Video and single are out right now on all streaming platforms, YouTube, everywhere. Check out the video. Your girl is in the video. I'm Anthony Hamilton's girl in the video. So go check that out as well. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's called Down by Money Train featuring Anthony Hamilton. And so that's all I got.
Yeah, she busy.
I told you.
And also while I was on the set, I was asked to be in another movie. So
she got another job just like that.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that. I'll be working on that. I got my acting classes still, so I'm excited about my acting classes. They've been working. I was the only person on set who did not need their script the whole time. I had all my lines down. So I was really proud of myself for actually putting in the work and memorizing my lines with no issues.
Yeah.
You ain't do the Will Smith thing where you was like reciting everybody else's line to keep up on camera. You know, ever since I found that secret out, I can't watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air no more.
No.
Yeah, because
that is what the acting coach tells you, to make sure you read the whole script so you know everybody's line, everybody's part, so you know when it's time for you to come in, you know your cues and stuff like that.
But he literally is saying everybody's line, and I'm like, I can see it now. I don't even want to see it.
That's weird.
It's only the first season.
Right, but he like you watching, he mouthing everybody's part, and I was like, "God, Toby."
That would throw me off.
It's because it's crazy because you really don't realize it until it was pointed out to us, and then it's like, oh, he really is doing it.
Now I gotta go see.
I can't unsee it.
Right now, you can't unsee it. Exactly.
Yeah. But we appreciate all of our viewers in the comments. Y'all come every week. We really, really appreciate y'all coming in and joining the conversation and putting up questions and engaging with us. I appreciate my IG follow. This is my first time doing this, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave some feedback, let me know. But go over to our YouTube channel and make sure you subscribe to the channel and come over here and engage with us. And we need to see what y'all got to say. We want to hear y'all and from y'all feedback too. Okay, y'all come on over here. It's a lot of y'all over here, so come over on this side. YouTube channel, the link is in my bio. We're on Facebook and YouTube live every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will holler at y'all next week. My guest co-host, I need y'all to stay on once we come off the live for our little after action feedback session. And we will talk to y'all next week. Peace out, y'all.